Let's see here. There we go. All right. I said I might start sharing these to YouTube too. Y'all don't mind, do you? If you're on. All right, cool. All right. Wade says, is there someone in Birmingham, Alabama with a cleaning company we may have opportunity for you? Shout out to him. Hopefully somebody will get that opportunity. Actually, I won't post it. All right, what else we got? Received an opportunity for a larger contract today. Most of my current contracts are small. This one is requiring up to 50 plus hours for cleaning. They think it may need 120 hours. I only have one employee, myself, and some friends, family. I don't think that I'll get the contract, but if I do, how do I tackle this job? Hire more part-time employees, look for full-time, quit my job, or basically, so he's saying either hire some more part-time employees, hire a full-time employee, or quit his job and he clean it full-time. I can tell you now, option 3, which is quit his job and he clean it full-time, is the one you want to absolutely positively stay away from. And it's tempting because if you do that, right, you getting out of that job that you probably want to get out of, so that's helping you. And then I'm sure it'll pay you pretty decent too, right? So that's like a fun option to do. But I'm telling you now, I literally did that option and I shouldn't have done it. Okay. Because it took me years to get out of the field. Because once you out there and let's just say, for example, you get a $3,000 a month contract, let's go $4,000 a month contract. That $4,000 replaces your job. You good. That's all you needed was that $4,000 a month contract. But now, guess what? You going out there, you cleaning probably Monday through Friday, and a contract that size probably taking maybe 5 hours a night, and you don't have any other times. Well, 5 hours a night ain't a lot, but my point is you don't have a lot of time to do other stuff. Like, for example, you'll have other buildings that you're gonna have to clean, and you're gonna be relying on that money. Then, if you get other buildings, what you're gonna do? You either A, go try to clean it yourself with a helper, or B, hire somebody else to do it. If you hire somebody else to do it after you cleaning this main building that you're cleaning, you're gonna probably be too tired to go check on the other buildings that you got that other people are cleaning. So you just kind of get stuck in the field. But I don't recommend going that route. You can, I just don't, because it was too hard for me. Because what happens is when I'm getting used to making that $4,000 a month every single month, because I'm doing all of the cleaning, it's like if I try to hire for it, then guess what? That $4,000 gonna turn into what, 1,800 after you hire somebody else to do it. And so if you would depend upon that $4,000 every month and it suddenly shrinks down to 1,800, some cars might be getting repo, right? You know what I mean? So you just gotta, like, I say try to systemize it from day one. So my recommendation would be to keep the job that you have, hire somebody for it now. Obviously, you want to get in there a little bit. It's a new contract. You want to get familiar with it, right? So get in there a little bit, help them clean it, but already have your mind set on you're going to have it staffed fully, 100%. And instead of taking that $4,000 or however much you're making on the contract that it pays, instead of taking that full amount and cleaning it yourself, pay somebody else to do it. You keep the 1,800 or 1,600 out of the $4,000 and pay somebody else to have the rest of it up, right? So that's what I would say do. All right, what else we got? Teresa Hudson says that they say payment terms is 90 days. They set the cleaning proposal just today. Say the payment terms is 90 days. Payment terms are 90 days for all products and services. All payments are made to the vendor's bank account via ACH. The vendor has option to select a 45-day payment term if the vendor accepts MasterCard payment and agrees to a 2% reduction on the total invoice. Payment term is the invoice date or the date of the invoice received. Yeah, that's basically what they're saying. So they say that they only do 90-day payout terms, but they will do 45-day if you receive to get them a 2% discount. And that is the problem when you're dealing with big corporate accounts, that you can definitely run into this. So if you run into that, see if you can negotiate your way out of it. But typically, ain't no changing it. Like the way they pay their bills is the way they pay their bills, and you just gotta deal with it. You know what I mean? So your question might be, well, how do you pay your workers if you ain't getting the money for 90 days? You gotta have that money in the bank already, right? So have that saved already, and be prepared to pay your people. That's number one. If you can't do that, there are options out there where you can take like a contract or an agreement like this to a bank or some type of lender, and they'll provide you working capital, basically a loan or a cash advance, based upon you signing this contract, and that way you can cover your payroll. Yep. Somebody started explaining that somebody asked if it's a government contract. No. And then it's just a corporate contract. That's what it looked like. All right. So what else we got? Shout out to Teresa Hudson, by the way. She definitely due for an interview. I wanted that she would apply to my request yet. Nope, she ain't said that. All right, what else we got? Nicole. Oh, Miss Nicole's asking about a budgeting tool that can work well with QuickBooks, and I told her Mint.com. Mint.com is actually owned by the same company as QuickBooks, which is Intuit. So I would think that Mint can work just fine for that. And then also too, Mint is typically for like personal finance, but I tried using it for my company and it still works. You just gotta, just don't put none of your personal stuff in there, but it'll still get the job done if you need it to. Hey, Mr. Leader, if you already know how I go. If you got any questions, just unmute yourself. Otherwise, you can sit here and just enjoy the ride. All right, what else we got? Najee says just got the cold call, just got the call earlier. I have an auto group with 2 dealerships ready to do business starting Monday. Congrats. Congrats. I think I did already comment because I see my love button there. All right, Keep says earlier this week I had to share this with one of my brothers, so I don't know who needs to hear this, but being an entrepreneur can be lonely. The road to success will be full of ups and downs. Most of your friends and family will not see the same as you feel about your success. It's your goal, your responsibility, your dedication. 100% fact. 100% fact. And if you go look at a lot of my older videos when I was still out in the field, you know what I mean? You hear messages like this from me time and time again, man, and even today, I still get lonely. You know what I mean? Because especially when a situation like me, where you move from your hometown, you transfer into, like, you systemize your company. So basically, you ain't really working with nobody. It's just me and my computer for the most part, right? And so it does get lonely, but you got to stay locked in. You got to stay focused on what you want the most. What else we got? Go back to I replied to this one last week. I won't talk about it again, but yeah, I decided I won't talk about it again, but I'm still gonna try to do it. All right, shout out to Capone out here getting his work in. I told y'all he in the running. He trying to get that rookie of the year. That's what he trying to do. He be out here grinding. He just got in not too long ago. What else we got? Charmaine Roberts says, hello, CBN fam. I have post-construction cleaning opportunity for a local storage company. The floors are concrete and there's a small space of VCT flooring that needs waxing and sealing. I have not waxed floors before. Any suggestions on equipment techniques? Also, the storage space itself is spacious with high ceilings. Any advice? How quickly? All right, so it was the question before I answered. I'm assuming that she asking what the price, but let me make sure that's actually what she asking. Any suggestions on equipment techniques? What else? Any advice on how to quickly wipe down spaces that are beyond average reach? Cleaning solutions to use any input. Okay, so she's not asking about pricing, she's asking about basically cleaning it. So for those high places, you can use an extended duster. That'll pretty much do it, or you can use it when you got your backpack vac. If you got certain things that you feel like can be vacuumed, like for example, sometimes some people prefer to vacuum vents. Me personally, I like to hit a broom, knock the dust out, and then just vacuum the dust from off the floor, because the broom seems to work faster and easier to me. But some people like to use their backpack vac. Also, what else is she asking? Floor. So I would use like a instead of mopping it, because it's probably gonna be a lot of floor, and since it's concrete anyway, you could just use a auto scrubber. And they got like little mini ones out there. Let me see if I can go on here and find you one. Auto scrubber. There you go. Something like this where you can walk behind it. And you want it as wide as possible too, so to cover some ground. You see, these was in the thousands. So I wouldn't buy this. I would rent this from a local janitorial supply store. But if you can get one of these, it's a little more affordable. Maybe grab one of those. They got what they call them. I think they call them like electric mops too. So you can try that. So that's one of the things I would recommend too, to make it faster and more efficient since it's so much floors. What else? I told you about the extended duster. Other than that, I mean, it's gonna be basic cleaning. You know what I mean, your all-purpose cleaning solution, dumping trash, cleaning bathrooms, the typical. Just doing it as detailed as possible since I assume this is a deep clean. All right, what is this? It's about 17 minutes in. All right, what else we got? Shout out to Daisy, said she hit 6 grand a month, but she's trying to get to 10. And hopefully she'll come on for an interview. I asked her to come on and she loved it. So hopefully that means she'll come. But I ain't heard nothing from her yet. And by the way, I just thought about that because she could have possibly inboxed me. I don't ever check my inbox on Facebook. I might sometimes check it on Instagram. So Instagram is fine, like Instagram, because I send voice messages too. But I never ever check Facebook messages, mainly because that's where all my local people back home is, and I don't want to deal with that. So definitely don't ever message me on Facebook. The best way to get me is either in this group, at me in the group, email me. Email is good. Email take me a little while. I'm way slower than I used to be with email, but typically I always answer my emails on usually what, maybe Tuesday, definitely Wednesday. Wednesday is the days where I really get all my emails, and then Thursdays. So between Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, that's typically when I'm gonna get to you with the emails. And the group, definitely at me there. And then feel free to Instagram message me too. And a lot of times I'll send a voice message back there. Only problem with that is sometimes they'll put you on my what are you, like the message, like review or message request. There you go, the message request. And so I might not see it as fast sometime unless I check that section. But typically I get to you, you can get to me those 3 ways. And then if you want to talk to me, obviously you can hop on this weekly call every Wednesday, or and this is the free way, right? And then, or if you want to pay for a one-on-one consultation, you can always do that too. All right, what else we got? So, and I always tell people, don't pay for the one-on-one if you can catch me on Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern, because as you can see, nobody typically shows up anyway. And even if it do, it's only like maybe 3 or 4 people. So you'll have plenty of time to ask me anything you want to ask me right on here. And it's good too. I like to answer questions publicly, because a lot of times, whatever question you have, somebody else probably has the same one, and we can kill a few birds with one stone, right? All right, what else we got? Shout out Charles Clark checking in. I know he ain't answer no questions, so I can go on past that. He just like to motivate and hype us up in here. James Lee says, anybody ever use 411 locals? I've seen this post and I don't know about them, so that's why I stayed away from it. Somebody said it's a scam. Melinthia says that she knows somebody doing number using them, but she said their reviews are horrible. So I don't know about them. I can't speak on them. All right, I got her already. I got him already. All right, Kari's Todd says, I really don't mind subcontracting for other people. I use the money and buy more leads for my business on growth. I agree 100%. Subcontracting can definitely be an option. I think if you're going to do it, number one, don't make a career out of it. Like, all your contracts should not be you subbing under somebody else. But if you get a few here and there and the money makes sense, definitely do it. Every now and then you get some good subcontracting situations where the money, they bid it so well that you can even afford to hire you can even afford to hire somebody else to do the job. Because a lot of times I tell you, only subcontract if you're gonna clean it yourself. And the only reason you're doing that is either A, for cleaning experience, or B, that you just needed the money because you don't have no other source of income and you just basically run it like a solopreneur, right? But this is not a way to build a real business, is subcontracting under other people. But every now and then you come across those. And so, for example, let's just say the person that you're subbing under bid on the contract and they bid $30 an hour on it, right, for a commercial job. And let's just say they're giving you 75% of the revenue on that. So you still getting $22.50 an hour. If you in an area where $12 an hour is still good, you can hire somebody at $12 an hour and still make a pass at $10.50 an hour, right? And so if you in that building, what, let's say in 5 days, 5 hours a day, 5 days a week, 4.33 weeks in a month, you're still looking at over $1,000 a month in passive income. So it's definitely a way to scale, not scale, but it's definitely a way to make subcontracting work. But whoever you're subbing for has to bid properly. And like, for example, my background is cleaning franchises, and the franchises were notorious for underbidding contracts, and that's why it wasn't a sustainable model. Not to mention, not only did they underbid, but then they were also charging you for the contract itself. So if I had $1,000 a month contract and they charge me, I just want to show y'all the math for anybody that's with a franchise, and they charge you 4 times the monthly gross for it. So that means they charged me $4,000 to buy that contract from them, which was a scam because they don't sell you the actual contract, it's still theirs. But anyway, so I got to pay that $4,000, but guess what? They're so nice. They so nice that they'll let me finance the $4,000. So you divide that, and they'll do it over a year. So you divide that by 12, and I'm paying $333 a month on it. So that $333 plus the 20-something% that they're taking out, plus the fact that they underbid, and you left with practically nothing, especially if you try to hire somebody. So again, it depends on who you subcontracting for, but subcontracting is definitely a tool that can be used. As a matter of fact, I'm offering it now myself. We're starting to get contracts here at Clean Biz Network. So if you do want to partner with us, by the way, just share this real quick. You can always go to cleanbiznetwork.com, and I'm gonna add it back to the bottom of the website too, so it's more visible. But for right now, until I do, you can just go to the menu button, go down to partner with us, and you'll see right here, we do a 75-25 split. And these are the areas that we provide this program in. So Jacksonville, Greenville, all these different areas. All right. What else we got? Shout out to Sean Richards checking in. Definitely one of the goats of the group. So if you ever get a chance to build with him or talk to him on the side, or if he answers your question, definitely listen up. What else we got? Welcome again to all the new members. We had a lot of new members this week. What is this? Shout out to William Wade, another OG of the group. Teresa says, I did a walkthrough today. He asked where you get the name Teresa from. That's Spanish. That's a Spanish name. I told him I'm half Puerto Rican, but grew up in Miami, so I don't know no Spanish. He said, no way. Me too, and went on and on. I don't know where that lie came from, because the only thing I'm mixed with is dirt and oil. But shit, I'll be anything you want me to be for that contract. Hey, this is hilarious. What's crazy too, because I met Teresa and realized she's down in Miami, and I got a chance to go down there and meet her. And I would have fell for it. I thought she was mixed with something. I didn't know. So anyway, that's funny. All right, but whatever. Yeah. And by the way, so when you're doing walkthroughs, right, just FYI, or anytime you got an opportunity to sell or meet somebody new, if you can find some type of commonality, it definitely gives you an upper hand. That's why a lot of times, like, you'll hear me in my YouTube videos where I'm not like, these typical people who sell courses and got coaching programs and all that, right? Where they very salesy, you know what I mean? But I'll do little subtle things such as be relatable. And how do I be relatable? I don't lie though. I don't lie, but I tell my story with the hopes of somebody will resonate with the story, right? Because I understand that like-minded people are attracted to each other, right? So if I can share something that make you feel that we are alike, then obviously that'll help. You know what I mean? Us to be attracted to each other, and hopefully you'll come through the program and see that I'm who you thought I was, right? All right, what else we got? Oh, so get back to the point though. So when you're doing a walkthrough, look around. If you see that they got a American flag on the wall and you love America, then talk about it, right? Or if you see they like the Carolina Panthers, then speak on that, right? But something to help you build that, just make you stand out compared to all the other people that they might have gave a walkthrough to that day. All right, what else we got? Good afternoon, CBN fam. Question: what can you charge for deep clean and move out 4-bed? I'm hoping some of it looked like they did. I'm hoping some of my residential people chimed in, because I'm not a residential guy and I don't know what they go for. Honestly, the way I do deep clean is I basically like do whatever my rate would be for a regular clean and just double it, because typically a deep clean is going to take double the time. So that's typically how I do that. All right, what else we got? I know Thumbtack. Thumbtack is the one I always forget the name of. I gotta remember that when people be asking me for other lead generation companies. Thumbtack is another one that I heard is all right. They can't that like she said, they typically for residential, but I hear they can get some commercial too. And then Bark is another one, and obviously we have one too. Which, by the way, I just shut it down today. So my lead generation is temporarily closed unless you either A, got leads with your starter kit, or B, you sign up for one of the monthly plans on Calculated Clean. But I'm temporarily shutting it down just so we can catch up, y'all, because we got so many people buying leads, and I can't seem to hire enough callers at once. So, and what I don't want is for my callers um, to start panicking and trying to settle for non-quality leads. So I don't want that. So I decided to just stop the sales for a minute so we can catch up. So, but I definitely plan to bring it back, not, at least by the first of the month. All right, what else we got? JBM says, in 2 weeks, I am having a professional SEO company doing audit and on-page keyword service. This will be $320 investment on my part. What are some ways you all invested in marketing, customer acquisition, traffic? Actually, by the way, I want to say this too, because I was scared what number he was going to say. 320 ain't bad for SEO. I've seen thousands of dollars being spent on SEO, and I see it on a monthly basis too. And if I'm honest with you, SEO don't cost all that much, y'all. You can Google, you know what I mean, clean biz. Well, of course it's gonna show up, but if I go to a private browser, go clean biz network, and we probably pop right up. And this ain't even Google. This is DuckDuckGo search engine, and it still pops right up. And so what that is, that's SEO. That's proof that the SEO is working. All of these different things leading to all my different things, right? And all of the key to SEO is, which by the way, for those who don't know, is search engine optimization, which means that whenever somebody Googles you or the service that you provide, your company pops up. All right. And so one of the keys to getting that is, number one, have lots and lots of links leading to your website. So that's why I have my podcast. Every single episode, we'll make a quick blog for the episode just so it can link back to the website. I'll do all my YouTube videos linked back to my website. Just different things that you can link, Twitter posts, whatever. And then also another thing you can do is, when you got pictures on your website, right? You can put, what do they call, alt text on those pictures. So wherever your website is hosted, and by the way, this is talking to the people who build their own website like me. If you didn't build it, don't worry about it. Whoever building it should know all of this. But when you got pictures on your website, on the back end of your website, they'll have a description for your picture. That is important. Put it there and put keywords like Jacksonville Cleaning Services and then your company name. But put those keywords that people are going to search, because that'll help you rank too. Anything like, and also speaking of keywords, that's another thing part of SEO is, how many times do you have the keywords in your website? So if somebody searches Jacksonville commercial cleaning, or customers don't say commercial, Jacksonville office cleaning, you want to make sure that you have that in your website a few times. So that way, when Google's algorithm is searching on a website trying to find companies that offer that, yours could possibly pop up because you got those keywords on your site. But that's pretty much the main thing SEO is links, pictures, alt text on the pictures, and then keywords on your website for the most part. All right, what else we got? And then also the speed on your website too. So make sure that the website loads fast. If it loads slow, then it'll lose its rank on Google as well. Just little stuff like that. But anyway, what was this question? I done got on talking about what I was talking about. What are some ways you all have invested in marketing, customer acquisition, traffic generation, and everything? I bought lead. I'm trying to think in the past. I ain't thinking about now. Now all I do is my cold call, my lead generation. That's the only way. That, and then try to look for people who selling contracts, right, or selling a cleaning company altogether. But outside of my lead generation, I know back in the day I did use Home Advisor, which I think is Angie's List now, but most people hate them. You know what I mean? They used to get on my nerves too, because they would send so many bogus leads. But just like with my lead generation, none of them are perfect. And I will say that Angie's List, even, or Home Advisor, which was they were when I was using them, whenever they did send me bogus ones, as long as I went into the little system and disputed it, they would give me a credit back for it. So you just got to be on top of it though. What else? Flyers, going door to door, cold calling over the phone. You know, all the basic stuff I always talk about. All right, what else we got? And then also too, when it comes to marketing, I always tell everybody, um, try anything. Like as long as it don't cost too much, you know what I mean? As long as you think it could work, try it. You never know. You might come across like a brilliant idea. $200,000 contract to spray operating room. That's what's up. I keep telling this guy to come on for an interview. He just always dropping this stuff, but he don't never. He got to come over there and break it down for us. He got to tell us more. All right, what else we got? Brandon Orr says if anyone is looking for an after phone call, follow up email, here's one. I love that. Appreciate that. I shared one in here as well. Actually, no. Yeah, I did. I shared one in here as well from my follow up interviews, but it's definitely great to have multiples of these. And this reminds me too. So for those who've been listening to the weekly calls, you probably know, I don't think I made an actual post about it yet, but if you check on like the past 3 weekly calls, I've been talking about how soon my ultimate goal is for this group here to go away because I want to go away from Facebook altogether myself. But when it does, I want Clean Biz Network to become this. So this, it won't be no more calculated clean. It'll just be Clean Biz Network. Because to me, it just makes sense. Like it's already a social network of its own. Nobody remembers the name Calculated Clean anyway. Everybody say the Clean Biz app. You know what I mean? So it's just like, why wouldn't this be the Clean Biz Network? So I definitely want to migrate us all over to this. But one of the biggest problems is stuff like this, man. This is gold that's gonna always be good for somebody in the group when they search the group. So my plan was to take this group down and just delete it for good, but just make sure I try to take some of these great posts and transfer them over. But I might just have to leave the group open and just close it to any new members. So if you got in early, then good for you. And people in the future just gotta make new memories over here. But yeah, to go and I'll make it so that nobody else can post it here too, though, because what I don't want is for everybody to stay here, like the veterans, and then nobody's over here posting and helping out over here. So I'll make it so nobody can post in here, but you can always search it as a reference. All right, what else we got? I literally just answered my question too as I was thinking that, so I gotta remember that. All right, what else we got? Brandon McNair, I gotta get him on too, and his wife Jessica. What they talking about? Good morning, CBN. I already answered this one. I told him 350, I think. What did y'all? Yeah, I said 350, and he was like, excuse me. She was like, one of them. I don't know who was saying it, but they were like 425, and Teresa said 475. Right. What else we got? Got that one already. Yeah, look like we might be going to last week's call area now. Door-to-door sales, type of day, today in Dallas, made a real in between start. That's what's up. Shout out to Brandon Orr. By the way, he got an interview with me too. Definitely check that out on YouTube if you haven't already. I was thinking about something. That's what I was thinking about. That the fact that he's saying he's in Dallas, but I know he was in Chicago. So I'm wondering, does he still have both? Like, is he in Texas and Chicago? I gotta ask him about that because if so, I'd love to have him on for an interview again just to talk about running in 2 very distant locations like that. What else we got? This from last week. How much are y'all charging for porter? I answered this already too, but basically, portering is simply day porter is like a full-time job basically for your people. So it's like usually Monday through Friday. Sometimes it'll be 7 days a week or 6 days a week, and it's usually like 8 to 5, something like that. So it's like when a company outsources hiring a janitor to your service. I probably would charge like maybe 28, 20 something. It would be in the 20s. Typically, I would go with 30 an hour for commercial service because I can usually pay somebody $15 an hour, and a quick way for me to figure out how much I'm gonna charge per hour, just double whatever I would pay somebody else to do it. But since portering is so many hours, it adds up. And then also, and I explained this on the last call, and then also the reason why you can't go, well, I don't go, I won't say you can't, but to me, logically, you can't go but so high on day porter services is because let's just say, for example, you try to go 30 an hour. Well, why would they pay you 30 an hour when they could have just hired a janitor in-house and paid that person 15 an hour? And then it would cost them maybe what, 18, $19 an hour after payroll taxes and stuff. So it's like you gotta be mindful of that part. Like I'm sure they want to save some money. That's why they're coming to you. They don't want the headache of managing an employee either. That's why they're coming to you. But if you cost so much that the headache of managing an employee is better, then they'll probably just take that. So keep that in mind. I'm just interested to see what they're saying. He said 25, I like that. 22, I like that. Yeah, but I would definitely be in the 20s personally. But again, you got to remember too, I'm in Florida. I'm on the East Coast. It's a little cheap over here in comparison to places like New York and areas of California. So, all right, what else we got? Just made my first call, cold call to Nissan dealership. I saw this one, man. He killed that, and I forgot to even comment on anything. But he said his very first call, he got to walk through. I promise y'all, it's just simply about taking action. All right, what else we got? Welcome again. Lots and lots of new members. CBN family, has anyone done house staging in preparation of sale? It's crazy because he posted this. I didn't even see this one, but I saw the one where he said get into it because he said at a minimum they charge him like 500 and like $500 per unit, I believe. See if I can find that post in here somewhere. But he said it was a great opportunity and it looked like it was easy work, I believe. What else we got? Seeing that one. Hey guys, do you pay your employees drive time? Yeah, I discussed this on the last call, but real quick, I'll go over it again. In some states, you're required to. It's not even about if you want to or not, but that's if they are employees. All right. So if they're not employees, like if they're contractors, then you could then you don't have to do it, and really you shouldn't because then you might mess around and get jammed up for mislabeling employees as contractors. But uh, definitely make sure you check your state's laws on that, the labor laws in your state, and see if you're required to pay employees drive time. But typically you are supposed to, if they're employees, not contractors. All right. Hey, CBN family, what contract agreement did you give subcontractors when you have them working for you? What should it say exactly? I know we got one in here, but I'm trying to decide if I want to share my new one from the Cleaning Business Automation Program. I think it's fair to share it. Let's see, subcontractor agreement. I won't, I won't share that one, but I'll share this one. If I can find it. Let's see. It won't come up, but I'll find it. I think it's this one. There you go. Nope, that's not it. Okay, I can't. Oh, I know which one. I'm giving the one that I got from Fish, who's in the group. Subcontractor agreement. Actually, I'm pretty sure that one is already in the group anyway, but I'll just share it again. Copy that. And by the way, so this is a Google Docs just for anybody who don't know. And so if you, when you get to this, you won't have, like it says, request edit access. You won't be able to edit it. But what you can do is you can go to File, click Make a Copy, and then you'll be able to your own document of this, and then you can edit it and make it your own. All right, let's go to here. Here, example. I stole this from? Fish. I don't even know if Fish is still in the group. Is he? Oh, came up. I think he got two. Brandon Nelson. I don't know which one is his official one, but both of those are. Oh, submit these people. Appreciate y'all helping me pick this thumbnail too. What's up, Mr. Lewis? How you doing today, Andrew?
Wonderful, outstanding, amazing in that order. How are you guys doing?
That's what's up. That's what's up. If you got any questions, you already know you can jump right on in. If you got anything for me, otherwise, yep, I'll keep it rolling. All right. Let's go 30 days. Yeah, this is old, but I remember this post and I was saying how, because she was basically saying, Mr. Cole, shout out to her, how basically net 30s is like, she done with them. Going forward, she's saying it just simply don't make sense to charge, to let customers pay on net 30 terms. And I agree. And I like we discussed this at the CBN conference too, but just remember this. And I said this on a couple calls ago too. It's your company. You know what I mean? You the boss, you create the terms. Okay. So when you create your proposal and calculate it clean here under the proposal section, and you do that last page on the terms of service, it's up to you to write what your terms of service are. It's your terms of service. Now, when you submit it and the customer reviews it, because they do review it, they'll look at it and they'll see that if you say payment is due upon receipt of the invoice, or if you say net 10 or net 15 or whatever, they'll read it. And if they don't agree, they'll discuss that with you before they sign it. If they do agree, they'll just sign it and send it back. So try your hand. I think Mr. Cole says that she gets paid before the cleaning, like on the first of every month, if I'm not mistaken. I think she makes all her customers paid beforehand, and she does only commercial. She doesn't do residential too. So try it. And I know Ricky said at the conference that he gets paid bi-weekly. So just try it and see. You never know what they're gonna say. Worst thing they can do is tell you no one, then you just roll with whatever they can pay. Just like earlier, you saw Teresa had a rent across customer that was saying that they'll only pay on net 90 terms, and they'll do 45 if they can get a 2% discount. But those are big corporate accounts typically. Usually, if you got one-off customers who are just independent locations and not a corporate thing, you can negotiate those terms. So try your hand. All right, I got to these. I'm already at last week's call, so I think I'm about done. Teresa, got that. Do you guys know how to get? Yeah, I got this last week. CLR is the answer. You just want to be careful with it. Like I said last time, just be careful with the CLR, any of those strong acid products, because again, it's acid and it's extremely strong. So if you keep using it, keep using on stuff like this, it'll definitely stain it, and it won't be a cleanable stain either. Hey, Miss Tony, I see you checking in. You already know the deal. You can unmute yourself if you want to. If you got anything for me, if not, definitely feel free to keep tuning in.
Good.
All right. Let's see here. I'm out of questions in this group, so I'm gonna jump to calculated clean and see what else they got. And for those who missed it, so I added an update. I finally figured out a way to let you save your proposals, your walkthroughs, everything. So if you got anything you do in a calculated clean with a proposal, walkthrough, invoice, it should be on the invoice too, but invoices are quick. You shouldn't even have to save those. But the walkthroughs, all of it, you should be able to save it now. This video explains how to do it. All right, so definitely take advantage of that new feature added. I'm just me getting prepared for the transition that I'm trying to get us from out of that Facebook group and over to this. So I'm working on it. What else we got? No questions. Just thought I'd let everyone know that there is a small business grant. Yeah, shout out to Charles Books sharing that small business grant. It'd be nice if we put the link up here though. All right, what else? Shout out John Corniche, longtime YouTube subscriber. Brandon McNair, his wife. And actually, I need to invite him on for a interview. He's been in the group for I don't know how long, just silently getting it too. What else we got? Latasha Lee. Come on. I don't understand how to send a proposal to the client after. Say, I talked to Ms. Rose already about this. It's on that comment up there. She figured it out. What else we got? And actually, oh, I already changed it. I don't want new people seeing that and getting discouraged. What else we got? Did my walkthrough at a daycare, ran the numbers once a week, cleaning new daycare, 10-month-old building. Not a lot of traffic. I'm so nervous, but I'm going to make this thing work. 4,000 square feet, 5 restrooms, kitchen with a triple sink, stainless steel. Same time, what would the charge? So let's go to the calculator and figure it out. I'm gonna open it up in a second link so we don't lose our spot. 4,000 square feet. Did they say how many days? Once a week? Should be, what say, sanitizing steel, refrigerator, stainless steel refrigerator, freezer, gas stove. No, right here, sanitizing a playground as well. So that's the part that'll maybe we'll do is once a week. It depends on how you're gonna sanitize. So if you're gonna spray it down, then I don't take no time. I mean, that's a few minutes. You literally just gonna do that. So if you just spraying it down, then maybe I'll do what, $40 per visit. So that'd be 40 times 4.33 or 40 times 5, however you want to do it. So that's what I would add on to the regular cleaning for that sanitizing the playground. Now, if you actually hand wiping sanitizing, like with some all-purpose disinfectant and an actual cloth, you're gonna be there all day, and it's gonna take, you're gonna have to charge for that. But just don't do it that way, because you're gonna miss out on the customer trying to charge that. So just do it with sanitizing. Let's go ahead and get to this bid. 4,000 square feet. Is it carpet? It's daycare, so it's probably not carpet. Well, sometimes they do have carpet. Let me think. He says light traffic. So in that case, I'm gonna stick with the carpet section then, since it's light traffic. All that mean is the production rate gonna be lower. I mean, excuse me, production rate gonna be higher on it, which means that it's a faster speed versus if I were to put it down here. All right, and you can see the difference right here. So notice if we put it down here, they're saying 1.6. If you put it up here, 1.33, and that's just affecting the time. That's all. All right, what else we got? We got Tom's. What do you say about Tom's? 5 restrooms, kitchen, same. Let's do 5 times 4 tons in each one. So that'll be 20 tons plus the kitchen and stuff. I'll do 25 tons just to be safe. So we're talking about 2.5 hours to clean, basically. So let's round that up. And actually, sometimes if it's 2.5, I round to 3, but I'm gonna keep it at 2.5. Actually, if it's once a week, let's round it up to 3 then. All right, if it was 5 days a week, I would have kept it the same. We'll do $15 an hour. I meant to change that. It should automatically be set at 15, since that's about where everybody at these days. So we had $33 an hour. I like that. 1 time a week. Full. I like that number. 430 it is. All right, what else we got? I already replied to this one, but shout out to Angela Washington, basically just saying that she's been, getting frustrated because she's putting in bids, but she just can't seem to close the deal yet. But again, y'all gotta remember, this is a numbers game, so you just keep putting them out there. You destined to close one. It's on. It just is inevitable. It's just a numbers game. Somebody gonna give you a chance. All right, especially if you're doing all the, what I mean, you're dressing up, you're smiling, being professional. I mean, somebody gonna give you a chance. What I mean, your numbers are right. All right, hi, my name is Marquis, however you say it. I'm the owner of Spick and Span Clean Service. I'm a new member, Chicagoland. Right? Oh, well, welcome. I thought it was a question. Yeah, I got these too. All right, I'm out of stuff, y'all. If ain't nobody got none, I'm gonna go ahead and close it out. But I appreciate y'all for joining. And by the way, I'm gonna start sharing these to YouTube too. So to YouTube, if you want to get on this, we do this every single Wednesday, 5 p.m. Eastern time, but it's only for Clean Biz Network members. So if you're not in Clean Biz Network, make sure you join us. Right now, the way to join us is to go to cleanbiznetwork.com, click on, let's go to it. So I'm sure you gotta do it just to make sure we don't get confused. So go to cleanbiznetwork.com. You can do it on your phone as well. You click here or you click here. Whether you get just a course or whether you get a whole starter kit to come with the equipment and all of that. As long as you do one of those 2 things, you'll automatically become a Clean Biz Network member. And then you will be invited to join this call, just like these fine people are here that you can see right here. So that's how you join the call. We got almost 1,000 members, right? Let me see. Last time I checked, it's almost at 1,000. We like right at it. 998 members. And we don't get too many people show up on the call, which is fine with me. Right? 100% fine with me. That's a chill day. So if you do join us, 9 times out of 10, you will have a good chance and a good opportunity to speak to me all you want to right on this call every Wednesday. So if you're interested, definitely join us in Clean Business Network. And other than that, thank y'all for watching. Appreciate y'all for joining CBN.
Peace.
All right.
All right, y'all take care now.